Hello race fans, we're back again in the garage again today. The other day we brought in the 44-year-old Yamaha ET300. We didn't want to start on our own when it was cold, and it still doesn't want to start on its own even when it's warm. So after doing a compression test, like we all saw, it had 100 psi per cylinder, which is not very good. We also discovered multiple engine leaks. So we're at a dilemma. We're not interested in restoring the snow machine, but we'd like to have a good, strong runner. The 300 was only put out for a few years, so parts are far and few between. So I guess it leaves us with two options. Hopefully find enough pieces that we could Varsol overhaul the 300 and have it up to snuff, or completely tear it apart and turn it into a 340, which there's oodles and oodles of part support for. But the only way to do that and to figure out what's going to happen is to tear it down. So here we go. Engine sitting on the bench, and no big surprise, she's pretty beat up. Luckily, it's steel, and we know of a good body man. You can see it's pushed up here. It hit a rock at one time, I remember years ago. And it also pushed up this cross member here, probably pulling the skis in and out of alignment. So, we got work to do on the belly pan. We're gonna have to hammer and dolly it all down. We've noticed here it's torn from the belly pan. This is actually our frame rail. And on the other side, same thing. So, we have another project. Oh, and we also have, ta-da, a broken motor mount. One so far. We have two more to look at. So what we're going to do from this point, I guess, is we're going to go back to plan A. We'll tear the motor apart, and we'll come up with a game plan on what we're going to do with that. And when we're waiting for parts, we can go back over here and play body man and see if we can straighten this old girl up a little bit better. Try it. Well, we didn't have a puller, obviously. So we had this redneck, would that be hydraulic? Hydraulic grease method. And you screw this in and take your grease gun and waste half a tube of grease. Crank on it with a wrench until
unexpectedly
we got really scared, and all of a sudden, kapow! It went flying off. So the good news is nobody's hurt. The clutch is not hurt at all, and it's off. So we can carry on.
Got a mess full of grease now.
That's all right. so you know where they are. Oh, look at this. Somebody scribed an M there, and somebody scribed an M there. What does that tell you? I guess we're not the only men that have gone here before. And, well, for starters, you're going to need head gaskets. It's just a baby. It's just a little baby. The baby engine. It's completely marked. M with an arrow forward. PTO with an arrow forward. I hate to say it, folks, but that was probably me a long time ago. Anyways, this is what we're here for. I'm just going to keep digging. That one's already on that side. So,
Cylinders are on more than the head.
I think there's probably bolts down below, no?
No.
No? Okay, well, I'll get my 45-pound sledgehammer here. There's one. Always nice to have a partner to hold your rod.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
More solid to hit on this one. Get my partner to hold my rod. Well, this one's out again, so it's all good. So, it's obviously not blown up.
By any
It
means.
hasn't leaned out. It hasn't blown up. As you can see, it was burning not bad at all.
Go down more.
Burning not bad at all. Maybe a little bit on the rich side. Very little piston wash. That's tuning. That's later. So, I guess next we can pull the pistons off, mark them, and then we can do some measuring of the cylinders. We can do some measuring piston to cylinder wall clearance, and of course ring end gaps. And we'll have to double check, make sure the cylinders aren't tapered or oversized, obviously. We left off pulling apart the old 300, and here it is on the bench. We've done some measuring and calculating, and it appears that the cylinders are still in spec, the pistons are still in spec. As you can see, we have a ton of blow-by. So we have decided to keep the old 300 a 300. After many hours of searching the interweb, we did find OEM standard bore piston rings. So we're going to try to keep it as a survivor because we have measured the rings and they seem to be the worst out of spec. So we're going to order parts, and as we're waiting, we're going to move over yonder and do some body work, if that's what you want to call that.
I just want to point out real quick that finding standard bore piston rings for the 79 300 for whatever reason is damn near impossible to find. It seems the rings for the 79 were like a 1 year only, and 80 and up it's a different part number. The cylinders are the same part number all the way through, but 80 and up, the pistons and rings are a different part number. So yeah, just throwing that out there, that rings are damn near impossible to find.
Okay, we got some of this shit out of the way. Can I say that? I did. Oh well. Scraped up some grease, started hammering a bit, and we see this here thing appearing to stick out. It looks like some OEM Yamaha wrench. We're going to have to dig that out. That's going to be a collector's item someday.
That is stuck in there.
It's in there good.